2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
Oh, I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beam doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. She's got a great look at birdie here.
It's tracking. Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
Currently 1 under for the round. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Good shot there, Beamer. And he's down there.
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, that's a great shot. And sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. Good looking putt. Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. An opportunity to make their par. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
You like that, didn't you? Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Opting for the 9-iron.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That's a great play at a great time because they've not only moved up the leaderboard, they've now moved one shot in front of their rival. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here.
This player showing zero signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
Looking really good, this one. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh, that is simply brilliant. What a shot.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
She played that nicely. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
Okay, time to return to the action. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
All right, you'll make it the next time. She's currently tied for 3rd. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
She's a top quality player, this one. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
That's just inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Oh, so close. Putting for a par now. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Nice out the rough here.
That is one of the best shots you will see.
Heck of a shot, setting up almost a guaranteed birdie.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Well, that'll play, and that'll promote a good move up the standings. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? 8 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
It's on a good line. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, she'll move to 4 under par. She's currently tied for 2nd.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill, and once again with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Lookout world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Time for the second shot at the 11th. Going with the 4-iron here.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Oh my. Will she be able to get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here, because this is nasty.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. A birdie putt awaits. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Wow, from a dodgy lie-ridge. How special was that?
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today, as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
From around 140 yards here. Currently a shot off the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, well played. Oh, a 14-footer. It's good to make a few of these per round.
This is their look at birdie. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Setting up here with a very long putt. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Lucky 13 for Sun. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
This should play. That's a high-quality approach shot, that one. Well done by her. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, she'll move to 7 under par. Incredible. And with that, she's now the sole leader in the event. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
This is their 5th shot. Oh, almost. Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Yeah, that one will play. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Well, what an effort. Add another shot to your lead. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Opting for the 5-wood. Now this is some ball striking. Hitting greens in regulation, it's a thing of beauty.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Yes, hold it. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Keep focused on that flag while playing to this elevated green. And choosing the 8-iron here. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
She knows if she can get this putt to drop, she'll win the event. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just this player was just amazing all week long.
And Henny, it goes without saying that this player dominated their rival today.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.